Hi everybody, all my followers, welcome to another video. This video today is on a 2005 307 with the 1.6 petrol engine, and this car has been brought to me as a non-runner, and so it doesn't start. And what I'm going to tell you just straight now is what has been done on the car, not by me. What has been done on the car, try to fix this problem. So what they did was they replaced the engine ECU, and they have replaced the underhood module, which I believe is called PSW, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And they have replaced the key reader in the steering column, and obviously the key that came with those three things. But, and for you guys out there that knows a little bit about Peugeots, they never touched the BSI behind the glove box. And as we know, the BSI is the one that actually controls the whole immobilizer system. So obviously by replacing all this and leaving the original BSI in there, the car would never start unless this was all realigned. To be honest, I'm strongly that the underhood module, it doesn't need to be programmed. It's a straight swap, and that will run. So that is not part of the immobilizer. It contains some configurations, but unless you get something completely different, that will work without being programmed. But replacing that without obviously replacing the BSI, the car will never start. So what I'm going to do now is so that's what has been done on the car. So what I'm going to do now, try to fix this problem and try to rectify the mess that's been done already, is first I'm going to put everything back on the car. So all this goes back on the car except the key reader, because that is just a coil that will read any transponder. It doesn't make a difference. So that I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to replace that for now. Hope the replacement is not faulty, so I'm just going to leave that for now. But I'm going to put the original ECU back on the car, gonna put the original underhood module back on the car, and then yes, I'm gonna start to diagnose what the fault is. So I have now replaced everything with the original stuff. The laptop is now booting. I've tried to use DS708. Well, it kind of worked, but was very poor on live data, so I just grabbed the laptop, and I'm gonna do it with the Lexia. So the car doesn't start, obviously, and I'll show you why it does. I believe the correct key is this one here, so I just have the transponder in there inside of the ring, and obviously I have the blade in there. And what it does is you turn the ignition on, and it does nothing. So it's a little bit weird, because earlier it was actually cranking, but now it's not even doing that. It was cranking, but it wouldn't start. But now he's not even cranking, so not really sure. It's gonna connect Lexia and see exactly what fault codes, what live data we're gonna be able to look at, and see if there's anything that that throws any light at this problem. So I might be jumping a little bit ahead on this, but on either engine module or BSI was loads of codes in there for everything and anything. But obviously with I don't know what they've been doing on the car, so I've just ignored them. I've deleted all the fault codes, and in the meantime the engine started to crank, but would not start. So I would crank, and obviously it would just crank forever, wouldn't start. And the live data on the engine module, live data obviously would show me that the ECU was matched with the BSI, how many keys was programmed on immobilizer, but would keep saying that the engine ECU was locked because the key that was inserted, the code was incorrect, or correct code was always saying no. So basically it was telling me that the key was not recognizing the key, basically. So before I even do anything else, which is something that I usually do that, special because obviously the keys have been opened. One of the keys, the key that was belonging to the car, was a little bit like, you see, I don't know if you're going to be able to see in there, but you see it's been rubbing there, was a little bit damaged. So I brought the keys back here, and I put the keys on my Z-Bull, and guess what? The key that they told me was the key that belonged to the car. Z-Bull wouldn't read the key. When I put the key that apparently came with the kit with no BSI, he read the key straight away. So what I've done is I've resoldered all the contact points on the chips and on the transponder. Still make no difference. So I ended up, and you can see here. Oh, damn it. Okay, I found it. So here is the key that came with the kit, is the remote chip. This is the This is the transponder. As you can see, I took everything from the key that's supposed to belong to the car. So I've took the transponder chip and the remote. I removed the ones from the key that was good. Put them here. Okay. And you're gonna see that when I put it here, it's gonna read. So as you can see, it reads the keys right away. So my next step now is gonna go into the car and see if this makes a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna put the transponder inside this thing here, and we're gonna turn the ignition on. I'm not gonna start the engine yet, or I'm not gonna attempt to start the engine yet. Just want to see what Lexi is gonna tell me now. Okay, that's correct. I'm quite confident that he's gonna now tell me the engine ECU is unlocked because the key is the correct one, or he's reading the key now. That's gonna go engine. So engine ECU. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you do. It's gonna go to parameter measurement, standard, and immobilizer. There we go. ECU is not locked. Spot on. So I have a feeling that if I turn the ignition on now, the engine is gonna start. There he is. There he is. Engine started. So engine is started. and well, problem solved, I would say. Obviously those lights, whatever they are, the car didn't came here for that, just came because it didn't start. Well, I think that's it for this video, to be honest. So yeah, so I was a basic repair, to be honest. It was only the key. They have been buying all this stuff for nothing. I think the lesson, if that can be called here, is the thinking process and the diagnosis process. So rather than me start to I don't know, start to look for wiring diagrams or check the basics first. So obviously there before, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier, status of ECU would say locked. Would say the engine immobilizer was matched, because BSI and engine ECU obviously they are programmed, so it would say was matched. And when say problems detect when it would say code wrong transponder or something like that. I can't really remember correctly, but yeah, it was saying something like that. So yeah, so that's what I want to share with you guys, is how to think when it comes to problems like this. Is that, yeah, physically the key, visually the key had a little bit of that damage on the side, like if it was worn on the side on the PCB, and but everything else was look okay. But obviously it was something wrong on that key. Because I have a spare key, I've just swapped the chips. And that's it, guys. The engine is running, and that's all for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any comments, questions, please put them below. And like always, thank you for watching.